So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. You are watching Welcome or Essential Oils for Pets. Thanks so much for joining me. I am Holly Agnew, eating psychology coach, essential oil educator, doTERRA wellness advocate, and owner of Holly's Holistic Health. I help people overcome their eating challenges and figure out what essential oils can help them best by listening to them and giving them hope. I started my health journey many years ago. I used to work in the medical establishment and give me a pill and I'll be fine. But as I was teaching my health classes to 8th and 10th grade students, my eyes were open to a lot of the things dealing with nutrition, overall health, and the overuse of medications. I found doTERRA along the way and have been very impressed with the impact they have had on my health and that of my family. Now, instead of give me a pill, it's give me an oil. I also want to let you know that I'm not a doctor or a nurse, and the statements made in this class have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and the products mentioned here are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So in tonight's class, we're going to be talking about essential oils, what they are, how to use them, why you would want to choose doTERRA, what essential oils are safe for pets, how to use them with your pets, and what essential oils should be avoided or used with caution with your pets. I'll also share the best way to get started with doTERRA, and while I will be talking about oils for pets, I also will share other ways that they can be used so that you can see their versatility. So let me ask, does anyone have a dog story or a pet story that they'd like to share? Terry, I think you said you would. You need to unmute yourself.
Yes, I take my dogs to a veterinarian that does functional medicine, acupuncture, holistic care, wellness care, I guess you call it. And the first thing she does when you walk in the office, she has a bottle. She has her tray of doTERRA on the wall of the ones that she selects, but she has this little bottle that she sprays on the dogs, actually right on them, and kind of rubs it into the dogs to calm them down so that they have a peaceful treatment.
Well, that's awesome. And if you can share that with us, that would be great. At some point, you can put it in our group, Naturally Essential Solutions. And if you would like that, you can join the group and you'll be able to find it there once she gets it. So first, I want to tell you one of my most compelling dog stories. I was inside my house when I heard a bunch of barking outside, and I looked outside and saw my dogs were barking at something in one of the bushes. When I went outside to investigate, I found that they had cornered a groundhog, and one of my dogs, Flash, had his head and shoulders covered in blood. After getting someone to take care of the groundhog, I was able to get him up on our deck and hose him down, and it turns out he had a 1-inch tear in one of his ears. So I had someone get some helichrysum for me, and I applied a drop to the gash, and within minutes, or with a minute or less, it had stopped bleeding. So that was, to me, was pretty impressive. So let's start with what are essential oils. They are naturally found in the seeds, bark, stem, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant. doTERRA CPTG certified pure tested grade oils are 100% pure and can be used as a holistic approach for a wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. And they are also great for your pets. And doTERRA is different. They contain no fillers, artificial ingredients, contaminants, or other toxic chemical residues. Many brands can claim to be 100% pure, but few are subjected to the rigorous testing standards for chemical composition, purity, and potency like doTERRA. We work closely with chemists and growers to select botanicals of the correct species grown in ideal climates and carefully harvested at the right time. doTERRA provides the safest and purest oils available in the world today, and doTERRA is making a difference. Not only have we changed the essential oil industry for the better scientifically, we're also making a difference worldwide with co-impact sourcing and the Healing Hands Foundation. And the Healing Hands Foundation is one of the things that really drew me to doTERRA, because they support so many different nonprofits. And one of my favorites is Operation Underground Railroad, which deals with trafficking of humans. They help to catch the traffickers, and they help to take care of the people who have been trafficked afterwards. And that's a huge thing. As a matter of fact, they're getting ready to come out with a movie about the guy, Tim Ballard, that founded that organization. So check that out. And I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's a really cool organization. So how do you use essential oils? And these are the same for pets as well as humans. You can use them aromatically. You can diffuse them or inhale them. You can just rub them on your hands and put them underneath your pet's nose. And believe me, your pet will let you know if it is an oil that they don't like. They can also be used for calming, soothing, or an uplifting environment, and to cleanse or purify the air. And they can also be used internally. I like to apply the essential oils to my dog's food, so he eats it when he eats his meal. It can also be put in a veggie cap and then put into their food, or just if you'd like to stick the pills in your pet's mouth, you can do that too, but I'm not one that does that. You can also apply them topically. They're safe for topical benefit, and with pets, you're going to want to dilute them, and we'll go over dilution a little bit later. But you're going to want to use some type of carrier oil. I like to use fractionated coconut oil, and that is just a liquid coconut oil that doTERRA has available. It's available other places as well. For some safety tips, and this is for you as well as your dogs, don't put it in their eyes, ears, or up their nose. Citrus oils and blends containing citrus oils can be photosensitive to people as well as pets, so avoid topical use before sun exposure. And I like to allow at least 12 hours. For some people, you may not be able to apply them and go outside at all. So you need to test your skin or that of your pet before you do that. You also want to dilute your essential oils with a carrier oil, like I already mentioned, to ensure a positive experience. And there's extra dilution necessary for your pets, as well as for babies, children, elderly, and individuals with sensitive skin. So it may not always cross your mind, but your environment is also your pet's environment. Many household cleaners are filled with synthetic chemicals and toxins, and what you use on your floor is what your furry friend walks, naps, and plays on. There's your air to consider as well. You may be surprised to learn that many fragrance products, from candles and air refreshers to perfumes, are also filled with artificial chemicals and toxins. You breathe it in, and so does your pet. Reducing the toxic load of your home benefits the whole family, including pets. While it may be overwhelming to think about every single product in your home that may increase the toxic loads of the people and animals who share it with you, making your space greener and cleaner doesn't have to be daunting. Reducing toxic load and replacing your current products with natural alternatives is a step-by-step process. If you've already started removing toxins from your space, then the air is a great first step. First, you want to collect the synthetic fragrance products around your home and read the ingredients. What's in your air fresheners, room sprays, plug-ins, candles. If you aren't comfortable with what they're putting in the air, then it's time to get rid of them and try something new. Diffusing pure doTERRA essential oils is a simple and effective way of bringing the power of nature into your home. All it takes is water and a few drops of essential oil, then turning the diffuser on. Diffusing is the perfect natural way to make your home smell wonderful and inviting. You don't have to settle for copycat versions of nature's aromas. With pure essential oils, you get the real deal straight from the plant. Over 85 million families in the U.S. have a pet in their home. That's roughly 68% of the U.S. with a pet, which often needs direct care for their needs. It's important to have a veterinarian to provide needed care for your pet. You can also offer non-emergency situations or support in non-emergency situations with essential oils. You can always consult your veterinarian about using essential oils with your pets. Here are some examples. You can diffuse lavender in situations of occasional stress. You can use Tamer, which is one of the children's blends, on your pet's belly for a soothing massage. And you can use doTERRA in Tune to provide a calming, uplifting aroma. Dr. Janet Rourke, known as the EO Vet, recommends the best rule of thumb is to keep it simple and safe. Here are Dr. Rourke's suggestions for how to safely utilize your essential oils with your pets. First is stick with pre-diluted oils. If you want to dilute more, you can use 1 to 3 drops per 5 mLs of carrier oil. For diffusing, use 3 to 4 drops of essential oil in an area where your pet cannot knock it over. And always keep the door open to allow your pet to come and go as they please. Next, you want to avoid tea tree or melaleuca and wintergreen topically, internally, and aromatically with cats and dogs. Tea tree and wintergreen cannot be used internally for humans as well. You also want to use common sense when applying them to your pet. The same recommendations for people apply to pets. If you wouldn't apply it to your body in a specific way, don't do it to your pet. And you also want to avoid photosensitive oils when your pet is in the sun. A couple things to keep in mind when using essential oils with pets as well as humans is to apply a little more often, as in apply a small amount of essential oil throughout the day rather than one large amount at a time or at one time. Another thing to remember is consistency is key to the effectiveness of essential oils. Sometimes a single application may do the trick, but other times longer-term use may be needed. The best way to tell if your pet likes an essential oil and will tolerate it is to hold the bottle a few feet away and gradually get closer. Once you're able to get within about arm's distance, back up again and remove the lid and see what their reaction is. Then you can gradually move closer as they tolerate. And some pets, they'll let you know right off the bat they don't like it. I know when I use Deep Blue, my cats will jump up on my bed as soon as they smell it, they go away because they don't like it. So here are some guidelines for using essential oils with dogs. Of course, you always want to use 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils, which are doTERRA oils. Dilute essential oils in organic oils or lotions. Do not dilute essential oils in chemically laden lotions, soaps, or shampoos. And I like to make my own shampoo, and that way I don't have to worry about what's in it because I already know what's in it as I'm making it. It's recommended to dilute essential oils with a carrier oil such as fractionated coconut oil, otherwise known as FCO. So FCO is an odorless, thin oil that is readily absorbed into the skin, and it allows the distribution of an essential oil over a greater portion of the body if desired. For example, when using for discomfort. Dilution guide for dogs. For puppies less than 8 weeks of age, you want to dilute 5 drops of essential oil in 1 ounce of carrier oil or 2 tablespoons. For small or toy breeds weighing less than 20 pounds, 2 drops in 1 ounce of carrier oil. For medium to large dogs weighing more than 20 pounds, most essential oils can be applied undiluted. For elderly dogs greater than 12 years of age, consider diluting essential oils using 2 drops in 1 ounce of carrier oil. And also, you always want to dilute hot oils, 1 drop of essential oil, and 1 to 2 ounces of carrier oil. And we're going to talk about what the hot oils are in just a little bit. Pure essential oils don't stain clothing or bedding. A carrier oil may stain fabrics and may cause damage to finished wood surfaces. Additionally, carrier oils may make your pet's hair coat sticky or knotted and may be transferred to rugs or furniture, so just keep that in mind. Remember, essential oils are very concentrated, so it's best to apply small amounts more frequently than a lot of oil at once. And this one's kind of important. So epileptic and seizure-prone dogs are of special concern. It's believed that certain oils like rosemary, fennel, sage, eucalyptus, hyssop, and camphor are not recommended for use in animals with this condition. The reason is that these essential oils may trigger seizures in some people with epilepsy, and while it has not been clinically researched, it has been observed in a variety of cases. Therefore, these oils should be used with caution in pets with epilepsy or a history of seizures. It's suggested to use frankincense or eucalyptus when using for pets with respiratory issues who also have a seizure disorder. Support digestive issues in pets with a seizure disorder by using lavender and myrrh. Care must also be taken with pets who have bleeding disorders, difficulty clotting, or who are taking anticoagulant therapy. If your pet is taking medication for a bleeding disorder and you wish to add oils to their health regimen, it's suggested you include your veterinarian in this decision. And these pets avoid topical application of cassia, blue tansy, fennel, clove, cinnamon, oregano, and birch. Diffusing the above oils is safe, but when applying for discomfort in pets with bleeding disorders, it's suggested substituting aromatouch, helichrysum, geranium, or lavender for deep blue, which contains blue tansy and wintergreen. You can also support digestive issues in pets with bleeding disorders using lavender or myrrh rather than Digest-Zen. Pregnant dogs are special as well, and therefore care should be taken when using essential oils during pregnancy. And the guidelines that can be used during human pregnancy are also relevant for pregnancy in dogs. Oils that would be better used diluted during pregnancy include clove, cypress, eucalyptus, ginger, marjoram, oregano, and peppermint. The following oils should only be used in consultation with your veterinarian: basil, cassia, cinnamon, clary sage, lemongrass, rosemary, thyme, and vetiver. And you also want to use peppermint oil sparingly near the end of pregnancy and while breastfeeding, as mint is known to decrease milk production. Some essential oils to use with caution with dogs are wintergreen, tea tree, birch, clove, oregano, deep blue, and purified blend. And some oils and products that I like to use every day with my dog are copaiba, frankincense, Z-omega, which is one of our supplements, and Terrazyme, which is another one of our digestive supplements. Also with dogs, please remember to be careful when you're giving your dog any product that contains xylitol, or use foods such as peanut butter that may have xylitol as an ingredient, as a way to get pills or other oils into your pets, because xylitol is toxic to dogs. And from what I've heard, xylitol is getting to be used more and more commonly in peanut butter, which is something a lot of us use to get things into our dogs. There are different methods of applications that can be used. I put essential oils in my dog's food, like I said, every day. And the pills that I give him, which are the Z-omega and the Terrazyme, I also put in his food. And I find that's the easiest way to get them into them, because as I said, I'm not one to open their mouth and shove it in there. I just can't. Another way to apply them is to put them directly where needed. Like I said, when my dog had the gash in his ear, I just put a drop right into the sore spot, and it took care of it. I've also applied them to my hands and then petted him with things such as lavender, because my boy is very afraid of loud noises, such as thunder and fireworks. So I'll put lavender on my hands and then pet him around his neck. And if you're not comfortable applying the oils directly to your pet, you can get a handkerchief and put it on their handkerchief around their neck, or you can put it on their collar so that they can just smell it. So guidelines for using essential oils with cats. So I found a very interesting thing in my animal desk reference, and that's one of the books that I have that is this one here. And this is not just for cats and dogs, it's for just about every animal out there, which is pretty interesting. It's a really thick book with lots of information in it. So this is something that was a quote that I found in there. It says, cats present their own unique controversies and requirements for essential oil use. Most cat owners would agree that cats have distinct opinions of the world, and this holds true for aromatherapy. Cats are likely a little proud of the fact that they are indeed the most contested topic in the world of essential oil use. Human viewpoints of this subject range from the adamant stance that essential oils cannot be safely used for cats to those who use contraindicated essential oils on a daily basis for their felines. After hearing all of the cautions and warnings from the veterinary community, I had concerns for my own multi-cat household. Routine blood work and urine evaluations calmed the concerns, and no detrimental effects have been shown with over 10 years of almost constant diffusion in my home. What I eventually found to be true was that veterinarians who were so carefully warning other veterinarians and owners not to use essential oils had, in fact, never used them themselves. The oils were linked to killing cats and harming animals, were also never graded or evaluated by the veterinarians who condemned them. So I found that very interesting because I personally have had as many as 6 cats and 8 dogs in my household at a time, all of which are indoor-outdoor pets. I've also used essential oils around all of them. And I always leave a door open, so if they want to, they can come and go as they please, but I've never had any detrimental effects from using it on any of them. But what I can say is if you don't feel safe using them, don't use them. That's totally up to you. But my dog actually loves some of the essential oils that I use on him, especially the lavender, because it just calms him right down. And like I said, one of them that I use quite often is Deep Blue. My cats hate it, but they just don't come near me. They're very mad when they can't come near me because it's usually at bedtime when they like to snuggle. But, you know, if I hurt, then they're on the short end of the stick. So with all this said, there are essential oils that should be used with caution with cats, and they are birch, eucalyptus, geranium, juniper berry, lime, lemon, grapefruit, citronella, tea tree, lang lang, bergamot, and wintergreen. And these oils are ones that should be used with caution on them as well as humans, since they are considered hot oils. And this is all pets in general. So they are cinnamon, clove, thyme, and oregano. And just to be honest, I have not had to use many oils on my cats in the past. Most of the time, whenever I want them to benefit from them, I diffuse the oils because my cats, they only want to be petted on when they want to be petted on, not when I want to pet them. So, and if I pet them when they don't want to be petted, then they get kind of angry. So I just diffuse what I need. However, if you can get them on your cat, that's more power to you. You can put the oils on your hands and just pet them, but my cats don't tolerate that. Okay, so let's move on to horses. So let's go over some guidelines for using oils with horses. Essential oils are a great way for horses for relaxing, soothing muscles after exercise, and fly spray, among many other things. Essential oils can be used for horses in the same manner as with humans. Horses can inhale the oil directly from the bottle or from your hand. They can be placed directly on the body or placed in their feed. I was talking to someone years ago who mostly trains young or green horses or retrains problem horses that have people problems. The emotional component of this training is the most difficult portion, and it is what made her good at her job. The oils were another tool in her toolbox. She cut through training issues faster than she could ever before, and she could see horses releasing emotional baggage right before her eyes. Sometimes it was miraculous. Essential oils are good for riders too. Riders are continually dealing with fears, insecurities, and nerves. These emotions and others can affect horses on a daily basis. The oils can help release many of these emotions, produce a synergistic effect between horse and rider, and ultimately improve their riding. So what is the best way to approach a horse with essential oils? You can choose several oils to work with and place them in front of the muzzle and observe your horse. Horses intuitively love essential oils and will oftentimes take the guesswork out of it. So how do you know if a horse likes an oil? Notice which nostril the horse goes to and his reaction to the oil. Horses that like the oil may flare their nostrils, go for the bottle, and even try to nuzzle it out of your hand. They also may curl their lip in glee. They sometimes will smell with one particular nostril, then go to the other nostril, so pay attention. Horses can be very intuitive and process and process things emotionally first, which is the left side, and then physically, which is the right side. For instance, this is important because if your horse smells an oil from the left nostril first for a physical condition, then it shows that there is an emotional component that has led to the physical issue. And the emotional component should be addressed first. The good news is that the oil addresses the emotional component. If the horse pins his ears back or turns away, then that particular oil is not for them, and you need to try something else. So how do you apply the oils? For emotional issues, you can have them smell the oil first, then think about placing a drop or two on the forehead, the crest of the neck, by the mane, or at the paw. You also might want to allow the horse to lick the oil off your hand if it is an oil safe for ingestion. And for doTERRA oils, you can see the food fact label on the bottle right here. So that lets you know that it is safe for consumption. And despite their size, horses are sensitive. Use the same dosage for a horse as for an adult human. So let's talk about some of the oils that can be used with just about any pet. Again, I will be suggesting other uses for the oils so you can see their versatility. The first one is lavender. So lavender is all things calming. It decreases stress and anxious feelings. It helps to decrease inflammation. It's great for seasonal threats. Helps with burns. It's great. It's a great skin oil. It takes the itch out of insect bites. It soothes occasional skin irritations. It helps relax the mind and promotes peaceful sleep when taken internally, and it provides a relaxing aroma. Next is frankincense. Frankincense is known as the king of oils, and that's for a very good reason, because it is the oil that you use when you don't know what to use. It helps with anxious feelings. It may support healthy cellular function when used internally. It provides a comforting and uplifting aroma. It helps maintain healthy skin when applied topically, and it helps to decrease inflammation. And if I were to list all the uses of frankincense, we would be here all night, so I'm just going to stop at those. Next is breathe. So this is exactly what it says. It is for anything that has to do with breathing. It helps with seasonal threats. It helps to maintain feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. And it creates a restful environment. And just for those of you who have snorers in your family, or pets that snore, because God knows my pets snore just like a human, you can diffuse this, and this will help to open their airways to decrease the snoring. Next is copaiba, or copaiba, depending on how you pronounce it. When taking internally, it helps to support healthy cardiovascular, immune, digestive, and nervous systems. It provides powerful antioxidant properties when used internally. It helps to calm, soothe, and support the nervous system when taken internally. It promotes clear, smooth skin and reduces the appearance of blemishes. It has a synergistic effect with other oils, which means it helps to enhance the effect when used with another oil. Next is peppermint. So peppermint promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing when used internally. It promotes digestive health when taken internally, and it repels bugs naturally. It has a cooling sensation when applied topically. It helps to open up the sinuses when inhaled. It helps to relieve head tension, and it helps to soothe sore muscles and joints. Next is helichrysum. This is the one I mentioned at the very beginning. It is otherwise known as St. John's wort. It keeps skin looking young and healthy. It helps to promote healthy metabolism. It supports the health of the cardiovascular, immune, nervous, and digestive systems. It supports the healthy lung and respiratory support. It possesses internal cleansing properties, and it helps to maintain healthy cellular response and function. And the last one we're going to mention is On Guard. So On Guard is great for immune support and function. It cleanses the air when diffused. It supports the body's natural antioxidant defenses. It protects against environmental threats, supports oral health, supports healthy respiratory function, and is an effective all-purpose cleaner. So these are just some of the oils that can help your pets, because there are tons of them the ones that we have. So I want to share my screen now so I can show you some recipes. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Let's go back. That is not what I wanted. Let's try that again. I got too many screens open. All right, here we go. Slide this up out of the way. So this is a horse fly spray, as in not horse flies, but spray for flies for horses. It has distilled water, TerraShield, which is one of our blends, peppermint, lemongrass, and geranium and lavender. And you put that in a 16-ounce bottle with distilled water and just shake it up and spray. And then next is a Breathe Easy essential oil dog spray that has lemon, eucalyptus, peppermint, cardamom, and arborvitae. And you can top it off with distilled water or fractionated coconut oil. I would tend to say just use water, because the fractionated coconut oil may match your dog's fur. Next is Itch Be Gone. It has lavender, chamomile, cardamom, and arborvitae. And this is one that you're going to want to rub into a spot. So the fractionated coconut oil would be a good choice for this, because that is a big skin oil anyway. And peanut butter cinnamon treats. You want to use gluten-free flour, oatmeal, cinnamon oil, and peanut butter. Again, peanut butter without xylitol, and water. And separation anxiety, and this would also be a good one to use for fireworks and that kind of thing. It has orange, lavender, and lang lang. And then here are some of the resources that I recommend: Spoil Your Pet and Essential Oils for Cats and Dogs, as well as the Animal Desk Reference. And there isn't a couple apps you can get on your phone. Let me look those up real quick for you. So they are, there is actually one called Spoil Your Pet, which is one that I use quite a bit. And I don't see the other one right offhand, but Spoil Your Pet, the book as well as the app are great. And here are some dilution ratios. And if you look at the bottom, it has small animals, larger animals, and large animals. So you can make sure you get the right number of drops for whatever size of pet you have. And then these are the kits that I recommend, because I know you're going to want to get some oils into your life. They're both the same. Shoot. I apologize. I put this together real quick. Today, I lost my flash drive that had all my presentation on it, and I was trying to put this together real quick. I lost it 2 days ago, and I've had a lot of stuff going on, so I've been trying to get this together. There is a small bottle kit and a big bottle kit. The small bottle kit is $160. These are, as you can tell, these are both the same kit. So this is the big bottle kit here. Both of them have the same oils. The small bottle kit is 5 ml bottles, and it has a lot of the oils that I talked about. It has the lavender, the frankincense, the On Guard, the Breathe, and it has oregano and the peppermint. So this would be a great starter kit, either the small bottle or the large bottle. Again, the small bottle is $160, and it comes with a diffuser as well. And as with anything else, if you can share your love of doTERRA, it's natural for you to want to share your health successes with family and friends. And there are simple ways and easy ways for you to earn free products or to make an income through sharing doTERRA with family and friends. Ask me or the person who sent you here, not went you here, that sent you here, how. So my contact information is down here. My website, if you'd like to order, is down at the bottom. Again, if somebody referred you here, please get up with them. Do not use my referral link if I am not the person that sent you here. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming, and I'm going to take this off a screen share, and I'm going to stop recording.